Gone are the days when an event like this one might have been considered an excuse for one great free booze-up. No, let Mr. Bill Foreman, the chairman of Bournemouth's Catering and Entertainment Committee, set the keynote.
Well, I think at all times one realises that Barbara Castle is hanging over one's head.
Well, being British, we can always compromise, even with the ever-present spirit or absence of spirits of Mrs. Castle. I leave you to imagine the discussions going on deep into the night as to how much hospitality could be relied upon to leave those crystals clear. But the answer was 5. 5 free drinks of your choice out of the multitude of beverages on display, each on its own mini-bar, and some with a neat line in mini-skirted barmaids to reinforce the sales appeal. The rationing's done by means of the entrance ticket, divided into 5 perforated strips, each strip worth 1 drink. But could they be bumper-sized drinks, quarts of ale, for example? They thought of that too. The Cheshire Cat smile of Mrs. Castle, divided by 5, equals beer in quarter-pint glasses. How then was the system working?
But the system works very well. The drinks issued are not too lavish, but they certainly give an indication of what can be obtained, and the samples are indicative of the various flavours that people are trying to put over to us.
Is it possible on 5 samples to get anywhere near touching the enormous range of beverages there are here?
No, one chooses the 5 samples one likes, obviously.
How did you prevent people coming in and having a second time round?
Quite easily. We have people on the door, and unless you present a ticket, you cannot get a free drink.
And can you get a second ticket?
If you were sufficiently mercenary or avaricious enough to want all your drinks for free, you could.
And is there any way of stopping them? Are the men on the door trained to recognise faces?
We haven't gone to that extent, obviously. We are putting up an exhibition which will enable people to try out the various beverages. Some of the newer beverages on the market are very interesting. Basically, the idea is to point out to people the variety of drinks that can be obtained, many with low alcoholic content, and they will not conflict with modern regulations.
Even all of them mixed. But the visitors, breezing round the exhibition with that spontaneous bonhomie which seems second nature to publicans, bathed in the glutinous undercurrent of electronic organ music, didn't look at all deprived. But why has Bournemouth Corporation organised this trade fair?
We feel that the exhibition projects will be one of the main factors of future life in this country. With the advent of a European community of some kind or other, obviously Bournemouth must tie up with modern trends and with futuristic trends. Exhibitions of all kinds are going to be one of the great attractions of the future.
I understand Bournemouth is the first municipality actually to engage itself in an exhibition of this kind. How did you come to think of it?
Well, Bournemouth's trying out many things for the first time. We have no corporation complex. We try to apply principles of common, modern, sensible business. And there are many innovations that Bournemouth are trying. Bournemouth is no longer a town of old ducks. It's a town of live, virile people who intend to see that Bournemouth takes a major place in the future of Europe.
Have you an idea how much in the way of drink Bournemouth and its guests consumes in a year?
Sufficient to enjoy themselves.